What is going on, boys? Welcome everybody back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out 87 Path to Glory, Denis Zakaria. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, or Zakaria I think it is. But we will just make it easy for ourselves and call him Denis. Now he is 6'3", high work rates, which a little bit of annoying is high work rates, because I feel like as a CDM, which you look at this card, he's 3-star, 70 agility, 67 balance, but very strong, good defending. He's obviously lengthy in game if you are on a new gen console. He screams CDM. He screams play him as a central defensive midfielder or a defensive-minded player, but he's got the high work rates, which I wish he was medium-high. Obviously, high is perfect for a box-to-box centre-mid, and you could definitely play him as a centre-mid. I just do think he'd be a little bit too clunky for that. He's got some great pace, and with a shadow, he goes up to 93 pace in-game. His dribbling kind of stays how it is. His agility and balance is lacking, but the rest of his defensive stats are very nice. Some very nice passing there as well, but the defense and the physical stats is what really calls out for this card. 88 stand tackle, he's got 84 slide tackle, 85 interceptions, and that is before the shadow boost. So if you can get him on free chemistry, maybe a Swiss manager, and then you can get 4 other Prem players alongside Zakaria, would get him to full chem, or you can get 4 other Prem players and a Chelsea player, that will also get him to full chem. And honestly, man, with those boosts, like, I'll show you guys what he looks like in game. As you can see, if we jump on over to Footbin, the only way he's controlled is if you have an artist or a finisher on him, so avoid using a finisher or an artist if you are on new gen. But as you can see with a shadow, whereabouts is a shadow? Look at this card, mate. 93 pace, 92 defending, an 89 rated CDM in game. He is obviously lengthy as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this looks like a cheap budget Patrick Vieira. I think Switzerland could genuinely maybe get out of their group. They are in a group, and if I remember it, Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, and Cameroon, I think it is. You'll see it on the screen. And I think we're all like, you know, predicting Brazil to finish first, but I think it's between Switzerland or Serbia to get through and get that second round of 16 spot in that group. I think it is definitely possible for this card to go to an 87 rated. So we're going to be playing Zakaria as our cover center stay back, whilst that can allow Park Ji-sung to kind of go forward a little bit. So Zakaria, he is going to have quite a big defensive job to do. Let's test him out, boys, and let's see if he really is like a cheap Patrick Vieira. Bang. You know what? Zakaria kind of lost the ball there, but then he kind of dropped back and won it. I have noticed, look how far up he is. Now, I've gone from a medium-high Kessie, who is also on stay-back cover center, playing the exact same role, the exact same instructions, but you can definitely tell the difference between Zakaria being high and my Kessie, who is medium-high. You can definitely tell the difference, and I'm not going to lie, I prefer medium-high. Him pushing up can be helpful, but at the same time, that's Park Ji-sung's job. You don't really want him up as well. So it's kind of one of them things where I feel like in this instance, his player instructions of stay back, I feel like his high attacking work rates kind of overrule them, if you will. And I'm not a massive fan of that. Zakaria, come on. This was me manually doing that. Nice fake shot around. Neymar around. Almost got that fake shot through. Zakaria's done solid there. Oh, look at that tackle. That's a very nice tackle from him. Good pass out as well. There we go, boys. I think that's going to be a rage quit. A 41-minute rage quit, a solid performance. Now, Zakaria, or Zakaria? No, we'll say Zakaria. Not a bad performance. We didn't really get to test him too much. A 6.9. His passing was solid, an 89% passing accuracy in that game. He made a tackle or two. He was not bad. He felt very fast as well when I did use him. My only complaint was the high work rates. And to elaborate on that as well, like, high is great for a centre mid, but then you're put in a position if you do want to play him as a centre mid, he's only got 67 balance, right? So you're in a little bit of a predicament here. It's very nice. He does control the midfield very well. I'll give him that. His passing, I say, as a pass gets intercepted, of course. Oh, good interception, mate. Oh, and that's a great pass for Neymar to run into. Here we are, some nice football as well. He runs that midfield really well. Nice passing, quick passes. What, 87 short passing, I think it is, which is definitely more than enough to hold his ground. Oh, Zakaria, okay. Now that is what I do like. As you can see, he dropped back from being forward. So he was originally, right, he originally went up, and then he dropped back and he got that tackle through. But for the Denis Zakaria overview, honestly, I really do think he's a solid card. He has that potential. He played well, especially in that second game. I believe he got like, what, 2 or 3 interceptions. He did play very well. If you look on over to the left, highlighted in green is his pros. I've gone for his sprint speed, his short passing, his good reactions, obviously his interceptions, stand tackle, and his strength and aggression. The fact he's got 90 strength and 91 aggression with no chemistry style is brilliant, because that means that it can allow you to put a shadow chemistry style on him instead of the anchor, and he'll still feel very strong. He is obviously lengthy as well. If you are on new gen, the lengthy accelerate type is perfect. For the cons, I've gone for 67 balance and high if you play him at CDM. And I did mention that before. If you're playing him as a defensive minded CDM player, ideally you've got medium high, because you do not want him to venture forward if you have him, say, in a 2 CDM formation, like a 4-2-2 or 4-2-3-1, and you're like myself and have him paired with a more agile, and like for me it's Park Ji-sung, and someone that's already high, you don't really want 2 high DMs. You want that versatility. And you could say just play him as a box-to-box centre mid or a centre mid on stay back. That is very true, but then that's where the 67 balance comes in. Personally, I feel like with 67 balance, 6'3" at centre mid, he'll feel a little bit heavy on the turn, and if you're trying to quickly get the game going, he's a relatively slower player compared to the quick play style some of you guys like to play. So I feel like those two can definitely be noticeable, and that's my only issues with him. He obviously can play CDM, centre mid. Chem style, we've gone for a shadow, and obviously you've got his game 1 and game 2 performance statistics if you do want to look at that. He averaged an 87 or 86% pass accuracy between the 2 games, a 6.9 rating in the first with a 7 in the second, 2 out of 2 defensive duels, 1 in the first game with only 1 out of 2 in the second, but he did get 2 interceptions in the second game, which is very nice. And for the overall verdict, I put worth it, and I've gone for yes. I think this card is amazing. Lengthy accelerate type with most chemistry styles. Feels like a cheap VIEIRA with a solid chance of an upgrade. And I do indeed think that he feels like he is worth a 300k price tag. Lads, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 9.8 out of 10. I think, as I said, he's like a cheap VIEIRA, a budget VIEIRA, the chance of an upgrade, and if Switzerland can get that upgrade, this card will be absolutely phenomenal. Let me know what you guys think down below, as well if there's anyone else you want to see me review, like that Kim Min Jae, for example. If you're interested in that, also let me know. It's been your boy Davis, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, lads.